Hello YouTube, this is Mars. Welcome back to the Conan Exiles survival guide, and today we're going over the new armor set added with the Warmaker patch, the Armor of Sobek. In my personal opinion, this is one of the best medium armor sets in game for PvP content and PvE content. Now, let's go straight into the gear. The gear is completely a vitality set. Each piece gives you two points into vitality. The chestplate only gives you one, which is kind of convenient, so you can change around with it. I'll show you how I usually mess around with that later. Now, this gear also does not have any resistance to any weather effects, which is kind of cool because some areas you can still survive normally in, and some areas you kind of need a little extra help, which I'll show you how to deal with that near the end of the video. Now, how to get this armor set? You get it at Zalthar's Refuge from the boss. I think his name is Adiris, the Chosen of Sobek. Now, I've killed him a few times already, just from the admin panel. This is the random assorted amount of crap that he drops, and this is the gear set when you get his drop. Now, you can get the full 5, after killing him 5 times, you're guaranteed the whole set, and a few other pieces. On average, he drops 1 piece, and sometimes he has a higher chance of dropping 2 pieces as well. He does drop between 1 to 2 pieces per kill. Now let me show you the easiest way to get to him. Right here, these are the lowest level ones, so you can kill them or run past them. They're really easy to run past. You can fight them if you want. They don't really drop that crazy gear. I usually would just run past because it's just easier and faster every time the game resets. I would not recommend fighting the boss at low level. I'd say you could do it at level 50 as long as you have a pretty decent weapon and at least 300 to 400 armor mitigation, just because the adds here hit pretty hard, so I would recommend doing that. Now there's the boss right there. What you can do is just go here, poke him once, and force him back here. Now he'll usually be the only one and maybe the fighter to come after you. You can just fight him like this way. Or you can bring a thrall back here, and the thrall might spawn up there and start killing him. But if the fighter sometimes uses that, the archer rarely comes back. You can deal with him that way. And exiting is just as easy. Now that we have the set, now how do we make it more effective? Now that we know the set offers more protection than other sets, in my opinion, I like to use the armor reduction kits to reduce the weight, because this set is actually heavier than most medium armor sets, which helps out a lot. You can add the thick paddings, but if you like to pick stuff up after killing someone, then I suggest you add the reduction kits, the armor reduction kits. Now, you could add the thick paddings, but you're not going to get that much more mitigation since you're already sitting at 73% and 74% when your vaulting pole is out. My stats are allocated so where I can light roll, because I feel that's the most effective way to play medium armor. Really any patch is the most effective way to play medium armor because of the mitigation and the roll speed. So the vaulting pole and 1 elixir of grace and 32 agility. This is kind of expensive because if you lose your vaulting pole, you pretty much can't do this build, but it's totally worth it if you have the time and effort to put in for getting it. Now, like I also said, this set offers no weather resistance, so you kind of have to be smart about this. I went ahead and tested it. At the dam, you're only going to get cold, and on this ridge line, you'll get extremely cold, and here you'll get frostbitten. Now, if you decide to wear 1 Catan chestplate, you'll be totally fine in those regions. In the desert, you don't need to worry too much because, like, you're not really getting very hot, which is great. So you can just, if you get hot at all, you can just take a water skin in the desert. If you're in the volcano, you're still totally fine. But you'll just, on certain regions of the volcano, you get really hot. What you can do is take some ice with you or use a water skin and you'll still be fine. Or switch the chestplate out to a flawless Aquilonian chestplate and you'll still be fine. But me personally, I like to use the Commander's chestplate just because it offers more vitality. So I get my 4 tick without having to rely on my Maelstrom Warhammer for this build. As you can see here, I get my 4 tick in strength and I get my 4 tick in vitality. So I'm getting receptive without having to push too much into it. Now, Warpaint is optional. I like to run the Strength Warpaint on this build. You can run Vitality Warpaint to get it up some more, but it's only going to be an additional 3 points, which is fine, but it doesn't get you the 4 tick. You're still down by a couple points. And that's pretty much just it. I hope I explained everything I possibly could. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.